This is All Saints Church, Ogole, Lira City. This is where the late body attacked Mama Barbara Cecilia at Ogole. It's her body being brought to the church for a funeral service. This video brings to you majorly how they had been transporting her from one place to the other. She is no more in the world that we are living today. So that is the main gate. As you can see, the white car with a Ugandan flag. The car coming in is where the body is. The congregation had entered earlier on, and others are still they're still on the way, making it to the church premise. So she's just reaching the church premise. As you can see, the next car is where the husband is, the husband to the late. So I request you to follow the video. This majorly shows how she reached. You might not be able to make it up to the church, but you can follow from the video, as you can see. So Intricate Media brings to you some of the movement and how some of the service is going to be held. So majorly in this video, you'll be able to see how the body had been how she's being transported. In our first video we did one which she's coming arriving in Lira. So in this one you're going to be seeing how she left church up to her home in Alito, actually a church where she constructed. Coming out is their husband to the late. So the funeral team is now organizing, getting ready to, pick the body and take into the church for the service. As you can see, every congregation is set by to see how the movement is going to be. The late Cecilia Barbara Ogole was born on 6 December. That was in 1946. So in the 18th January 2004, she was a Ugandan politician, businesswoman, and a management consultant. She was the Member of Parliament of Ogole District Women Constituency. She was a member of Uganda's legislature continuously from 1996 until her death. So she was born on 6 December 1946 in Ogole, and she's a British protectorate of Uganda. She died on 18th January 2024 at the age of 77. That's in India. So her nationality, automatically she's a Ugandan, a citizen of Uganda, and alma mater of University of Nairobi, Ugandan Management Institute. So our occupation, automatically she is a politician, a businesswoman as well. The years she was very active, that was in 1970 to 2024. She's known for politics. So, member of Parliament, Ogole District Women's Constituency. So here is the inside look of Ogole Church. That is the outside look on the aerial view. So giving you a little bit of the background of Mama Cecilia, we earlier on mentioned her birth. So you find that she was born in Ogole, a British protectorate of Uganda. She attended the local schools in Uganda. That is 1967. At the age of 21, she was admitted to the University of East Africa in Nairobi, known as the University of Nairobi, where she went and studied the Bachelor of Commerce and degree. She graduated from Nairobi University in 1970. She also held a certificate in human resources management from what was then called the Institute of Public Administration, but it is now known as Uganda Management Institute. So she had two other certificates, one in Christian-based values from the Hagai Institute, Singapore, and the other in public-private partnership from Australia. So her career from 1979 until 1980, Ogole worked at the Ugandan Embassy in Kenya as the Lances officer for returning Ugandan refugees from 1980 until 1981. She worked as the operations manager at the Uganda Advisory Board of Trade. In 1982, she was one of the founders of Housing Finance Bank, working there until 1984. She served as the chairperson of the Uganda Development Bank from 1981 until 1986. She became involved in Ugandan politics, serving as the acting Secretary General of Uganda People's Congress, that is the UPC, from 1985 to 1992. In 1994, she was part of the Constituent Assembly, which drafted and promulgated the 1995 Uganda Constitution. She remained a high-ranking official in the UPC political party until 2004. During the 2006 parliamentary elections, she lost her Lira municipality seat to Jimmy Akena, the son of UPC founder Milton Obote. In 2011, Ogole contested and won the woman's representative seat for the newly created Ogole district. This time, she switched political parties and ran as a full member of the Forum for Democratic Change. So looking at what's happening right now in the video, that video, it's showing now how the body is being exited out. That was after the funeral service had taken place. It's so unfortunate to lose such a person. Taking you through the parliamentary duties, Ogole was a member of Parliamentary Committee of Physical Infrastructure, in charge of overseeing and covering policy matters related to land, housing, urban development, works and transport, and physical planning. She was also a member of the Budget Committee. The body gets out for viewing, as you can see. You may ask a question: what was her personal life and death? In 1969, at the age of 23, she won the Miss Uganda contest. Ogole was a married mother of 7 natural children and several adopted ones. She died of cancer in India on 18th January 2024 at the age of 77. As you can see, the mourners, the member of parliament, the ministers giving their last respect. Bear in mind that from here we are going to connect you straight. We are gonna connect you straight up to home. Her home is in Alito. That is where she's going to be laid for her final rest. Yeah, she's going to be laid for her final rest in Alito. So the team gets set to, take the body. The journey is about to start. As you can see from the video, the journey is about to start right up to Alito. Alito is where, she got married. You may wonder how this man got this lady, but every marriage has got their origin. So mind about yours as well. So the hand of death has claimed the life of Honorable Ceclia Barbara Tim Ogole, the Ogole District Woman Member of Parliament. Yeah, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among this morning, rushed to the deceased residence in Bugulobi, an affluent suburb of Kampala, where she condoled with Lamek Ogole, the husband of the late legislator. It's a pity that she has passed on. We condole with the family, people of Lango and Uganda. Some of us are young ladies who joined parliament because we used to admire Honorable Ceclia Ogole. So the way she was, and the way she articulates, and the way she would, discuss issues concerning this country, you would know we have lost a role model. Here the journey is about to start. The transportation the barrel arrangement is being done by A+. A+ handles a lot of so many events. Yeah, and as you can see, the mourners gathers to bid farewell I know a number of people may not attend the burial, but we promise to bring to you the final destination and how everything is gonna be. So from here, we are heading straight to Alito. So Alito is in Ogole district. It is in Ogole district. So here we are coming out right now from the main gate of Cathedral. Lira Cathedral. That is Ogole Cathedral Church, Lira City. Yeah. It is Lira's Cathedral of Ogole Church. Right now the body is out of the church premise and heading right to Alito. So Alito is in Ogole district, northern region of Uganda. So it's a village or other places. So it's a village and where people live and work, and most people there are like farmers. So here is the Lira's. This is one of the biggest roundabout in Lira City, as you can see from that aerial view. So Alito is a municipality in Ogole district in northern Uganda. So here are the mourners along the way. So here the road was like filled up like by the people living within to bid farewell. So you find that along the way everyone stood to bid farewell. That is the corner that stretches right to the church where the body is going to be taken. So that is Alito Trading Center, as you can see. That is Alito Trading Center. So you can see a number of people, multitudes have gathered, so many people have gathered in the area. So from here, you get to know how she's being loved. Look at this welcome. This is really a big number of people welcoming Mama back home. Yeah. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Everyone is running with lots of, people are grieving, people in pain. Is just bidding farewell to her. The convoy is wide, the range is wide, as you can see. So the background song playing is just like near I may go to thee, then God be with you. Here, even from the bush, even from the gardens, everyone is running. Wants to see Atat. So Atat is gone, and but we hope to see her. That is when you have got to also prepare your life, So when we talk about death, death is the action or fact of dying or being killed, the end of life of a person. Yeah, so death is just the end of life of a person. When you are in a state of being dead, you are dead. Yeah, the permanent ending of vital, processes in a cell or tissue. That is what death is. So, death is the irreversible, aspect of all biological functions that sustain an organism. For organisms with a brain, death can also be defined as the irreversible, cessation of functioning of the whole brain, including the brainstem. This is the church where she constructed in Alito. Look at that lining, welcoming Mama back home, That is love. That is total love, as you can see. The priests, the people of God from different denominations stood by to welcome her home. There she lies. So in Romans chapter 14 verse 8, you find that if we live to the Lord, and if we die to the Lord. So then whether we live or whether we die, we are the Lord's people. And the dust returns to the earth as it was, and the spirit returns to God. So to God, it is God who gave it. So it is God that gives us this life, and it taketh it. Yeah. So God has taken her. So finding the words to describe how you feel when losing a loved one can feel hopeless. Whether the death was expected or shocked friends and family, facing loss can be an isolating experience. But you are not alone. God is always watching over you and will lend you love and support you in difficult times. Leaning into your faith is one of the way to find closer about death and feel closer to the ones you have lost. If you're looking for a place to start, here are the few comforting Bible verses about death that can offer solace on the harder days. So of course, death is a scary aspect of life that is hard to comprehend. When you lose a mother, husband, child, you feel angry at God for, taking them away from this life. So it can feel impossible to trust God's plan when someone you love is no longer by your side. But keeping faith and during the most painful moments in life can help you cope and feel less alone. Reading grief quotes and scriptures will let you, rediscover your relationship with God and become a daily habit that gives a structure. You can also recite one or more of these verses. So, she's no more. We have to believe. That's why in Romans chapter 14, in Romans 1 chapter 14 verse 8, if we live for the Lord, and if we die for the Lord. Therefore, whether we live or die, we belong to God. Romans 14, verse 8. Before dust returns to the earth as it was before, and the life breath returns to God who gives it. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 7. This is where the body is going to be laid to rest. This is our home. Thank you for watching. We still remain Intricate Media.